Today's book is called The Rainbow Goblins, but I wanted to start with the end of the book because I want to show you this wonderful author and illustrator, Rico. He painted on wood, and his art is amazing. The Rainbow Goblins. So, this is the story of the rainbow and why you can't find the end of it. You're going to find out why. But I also would like you to think about drawing a rainbow when we're done with it. Now you're going to start with red on top. As you see, that's the way the rainbow looks. And the last color is violet, because the names of the colors, those are also the names of the characters in the book, the goblins. And an easy way to remember it is Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Look how gorgeous this book is. It's such a large book. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you the feeling of it. And there's a lot of words, so I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. But that means you're still going to get the understanding of what the words are, but I don't have to read all the words. There once was a land that lived in fear of 7 goblins. Each one was called its name. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. The goblins lived on color. They prowled the valleys and they climbed in search of the rainbows. They heard of a beautiful valley which had never known the terror of the rainbow goblins. So they worked their way to get there. They had to cross treacherous paths. When the moon rose, they saw themselves warming around a fire that lit the area, and they shouted. The trees and the bushes took up the cry, and the flowers and grasses and the animals and the waters passed it on. They heard that the rainbow goblins were there in the valley. They made a plan. How are we going to catch the delicious colors of the rainbow? They could hardly contain their excitement. It will be ours. They hardly noticed that there were the roots of the plants in the cave, and the roots were listening to their plans. They fell asleep, and they all had the same wonderful dream. A dream that all you had to do was lay on your back, open your mouth, and the most succulent colors dripped down your throat. The dream went on, and the greedy goblins drank and drank until dawn. Just as their bellies were about to burst, they were awakened by a distant clap of thunder. And you know when you hear thunder that a storm is coming. Yellow was the chief, and he went over his plan again. Red, don't forget, you must seize the left flank and move along the right. Violet Goblin burst out excitedly, that's where I will be. Before the last roll of thunder had faded from the valley, the goblins took up their pails and lassos and marched out of the cave. How exciting! Look at this! The rainbow is rising up. The sight that greeted them when they reached the meadow took their breath away. The rising arch of the rainbow, so rich with color and promise, blinded them. Trembling with excitement, Yellow finally managed to give out the signal that it was time to attack. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, now what's going to happen? They stretched out their lassos to get the colors of the rainbow. But it wasn't there. That instant, the rainbow vanished, as if it had been swallowed up by the earth. The goblins didn't know what had happened. Nothing like this ever happened to them before. They stared out at the emptiness. Look at that beautiful flowers turning into birds. The rainbow itself was reborn more magnificently than ever, and out of gratitude it lifted up the flowers that had saved it and transformed them into glittering dragonflies, butterflies, and splendidly plumed birds. This book is so large, I'm sorry. Okay. So since that time, the rainbow has become more cautious. Now, when it arches across the sky, it's careful not to touch the earth anywhere. No matter how hard you try to sneak up on it, you can never come to the place where it begins or ends. That is the story of the rainbow goblins. And if you look back at the picture I started with, you're going to see, there's one. They're still there trying to get the rainbow. Now, you can also be a rainbow artist. Remember I showed you, you start with red. Red is the one that is on top. And then orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. You might want to start with a big arch across your paper. That's red. And then the last one, kind of a purple color, the violet color. And then in between, you do all the other colors. Orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. And you will have a beautiful rainbow.